Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and it is New Release Saturday, time for a brand new release movie that you can check out. It's a Peacock original. It is called They, Them, and it stars Kevin Bacon, Theo Germain, Anna Chlumsky, Carrie Preston, Anna Love, and Monique Kim. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. Like I said during the introduction, it's New Release Saturday. Time to talk about another new release film. This is a Peacock original exclusive to the Peacock streaming app, and it is called They, Them. And our movie opens at nighttime as a mysterious figure kills an adult who is driving to a conversion camp known as Whistler Camp. In the morning, a group of LGBTQ people arrive at Whistler Camp, which is ran by none other than Owen Whistler. He introduces the camp as an inclusive, safe space and promises to the kids that they will not try to forcefully convert them. Owen then separates the campers into cabins for boys and girls. However, Jordan, who is trans and non-binary, is not comfortable really going to either cabin. So Owen assigns Jordan to the boys' cabin. Later that day, the group comes together in a circle and they share with each other the reasons why they all came to Whistler Camp in the first place. Jordan says that they made a deal with their religious family in order to attend for 1 week so that they could legally emancipate themselves. The next morning, Owen criticizes and outs Alexandra for not sharing with the group that she is also trans. He then makes her go to the boys' cabin for her dishonesty. Alexandra later convinces Molly, the camp's new nurse, to give her back her estradiol, which is an estrogen hormone. The group then partakes in activities overseen by the athletics director, Zane, and his fiancée, the activities director, Sarah. One evening, Owen splits the group into pairs, handcuffing them together and instructs them to walk into the woods alone. The group is hesitant, but Owen promises that they will regroup in the morning. While in the woods, Jordan and Alexandra see the mysterious person in the woods. The next day, the camp's therapist, Dr. Cora Whistler, belittles members of the group for their sexualities as well as their gender identities, including Jordan. When Jordan returns to the boys' cabin, upset, they are cheered up when the group hosts a dance party to Perfect by Pink. That night, Jordan sneaks into the main office and discovers photographs that show the entire history of Whistler Camp, which includes the torture of children. Now, Jordan ends up getting caught by Molly, who says that she had no idea, and she promises to protect the group. Meanwhile, the camp's groundkeeper, Balthazar, ends up being killed by the mysterious figure while observing the girls showering via a hidden camera. The next day, the group is divided by gender, and Owen takes the boys to a shooting range while the girls make pies for the boys. Jordan is able to defeat Zane in a shooting competition, and Owen reverts to calling Jordan a he instead of they. Owen then instructs Toby, a gay man, to shoot and kill Owen's dog Duke because he is suffering from cancer and dying anyway. If he refuses to do so, Zane will then torture Duke by breaking the dog's legs. When Toby is unable to pull the trigger, Jordan shoots Duke and then throws the gun and walks off. Meanwhile, Sarah tries to out Kim, who's a closeted lesbian, and when Kim tells her friend, Veronica, they make out and have sex. Jordan, Alexandra, and Toby make a pact and they all agree to leave Whistler Camp in the morning. Meanwhile, Gabriel has sex with Stu, who has also been questioning his own sexuality. Afterwards, Gabriel reveals that they also work at Whistler Camp. Owen and Zane then force Stu to participate in aversion therapy, which is a form of electroshock torture that Owen says will make Stu a heterosexual male. Upon finding Stu unconscious, Molly quits and threatens to go to the police, but Owen threatens her into staying. The mystery figure then shows up and ends up butchering Zane and Sarah, and then fatally electrocuting Gabriel. Every person at the Whistler Camp then comes together after finding and discovering the dead bodies. Then the mystery figure emerges, kills Cora, while Alexandra leads the younger members out of the camp to safety. The mystery figure then reveals itself to be Molly, but her name is actually Angie Phelps. The adult that she killed at the start of the movie was in fact Molly. And it seems that Angie attended Whistler Camp as a child and was tortured herself. Since then, she has made it her mission to close down every conversion camp in existence by killing the complicit employees. Angie then attacks Owen, but is unable to gain the upper hand. Jordan takes Owen's gun, but does not shoot, thereby giving Angie enough time to kill Owen herself. Angie then tries to talk Jordan into helping her, but they refuse. And as our movie ends, the police arrive, arrest Angie, and the teens all agree to live their lives to the fullest. This was an interesting film for me all the way around. I definitely did a little bit of research and digging when I first came up with the idea and the desire to watch this film. Kind of wanted to know a little bit of what it was about. And I understood the fact that it was, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, non-binary. It was going to be all that type of stuff. But I was curious how they were going to work all that into the confines of a horror movie. And I thought they did a really good job here. I thought they told an interesting and different story, something I had never really seen before. The irony of Kevin Bacon in a movie where there's a killer killing campers at a campsite and even wearing a knockoff hockey mask was definitely not lost on me, as one of Kevin Bacon's earliest roles was when the original Friday the 13th film back in 1980. So the whole full circleness of him in this movie as one of the counselors, again, it was just a ha-ha all around for those of you that were in the know. A tremendous Easter egg. I enjoyed the twist of Molly, Angie, being the killer. Honestly, I had it figured that it was either her or one other person by the time the reveal came. So I was kind of picking up on things and I was on to it, but the motive was always the question, why is she doing it? Why would any of them be the ones doing it? So when they laid it all down, it made perfect sense to me. Anna Chlumsky as Molly. I've talked about her a couple times last year during my birthday month, both with My Girl and My Girl 2. and I'll link both of those up here for you to check out if you have not seen those reviews, both My Girl and My Girl 2. It was so cool to be able to see her back acting in a major role. Maybe not a major motion picture because it wasn't theatrical, but still to see young Veda Sultanfuss all grown up now was definitely a selling point for me. I thought it was cool that they went and they looked for and they cast transgender, gay, lesbian, bisexual actors and actresses for those roles. That way we're giving them the representation that they deserve in Hollywood. I thought that was a nice touch from the directors and the casting agents to make it as authentic as possible. It was an all-around good movie, and I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to watching it again. If it comes on home media, DVD, Blu-ray, etc., I will definitely pick it up. I enjoyed every moment of it. When it comes to my rating of it, I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely some room for it to move up in star value for me. I didn't find anything horribly wrong. The actress that played Cora, I thought was a little bit off. She didn't really do it for me. I forget the woman's name, forgive me. The lady who played Kevin Bacon's wife in this. Something about her just didn't sit right with me. But honestly, that's the only thing I can really nitpick about at this particular time. But you know me, it's rare that I give something a super high rating upon my first viewing, unless it's something that just really grabs me and resonates with me. This did not do that, but it did interest me enough to where, like I said, I will be purchasing it on DVD Blu-ray if it gets an official release, and I will definitely be watching it again, probably make it part of my Halloween rotation each year. You know, there's always those Halloween, those horror movies, those scary movies that you go to year in and year out because you love them. This might just end up making it onto that list for me. What did you guys think of They, Them? Those of you that have seen it, let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. But let me know. Let's engage. Let's have that conversation. Let me know what you guys thought of this new horror film. Make sure you guys tune in later on this evening, both right here on the Casa D18 Studios, as well as over on the Jeff Meacham Network, as it will be time for another edition of Open Mic Night across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media. You've got James Hebert representing J. Hebert Studios. You've got the Simple Man, Noah Foster, representing the Simple Man Studios. You've got myself, the Renegade J.J. Williams, representing Casa D18 Studios. And then, of course, the West Coast Professor, Jeff Meacham, representing the Jeff Meacham Network. We may have other people drop in. There's always the possibility we'll get Josh Mansfield or Big Baller G or the Stat Boy Mike Caldwell to come in and join us. You never know what's going to happen on Open Mic Night, but make sure to tune in and give it its support. And then tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, it'll be time to once again step into the war zone. That's right, another edition of the weekly acquisition report, some of the newest additions to my ever-growing movie library. Gonna want to make sure and tune in and see what I grabbed this week. Gonna want to make sure that you tune in right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here to Renegades Reviews, right here to a new episode of The War Zone, and of course to the Jeff Meacham multiverse of media for Open Mic Night and everything else that's going to be coming up this next week. All around, so much in store, you're not going to want to miss out. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me here today. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have that notification bell turned on so that you're constantly getting alerted anytime we drop a new video here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Make sure you share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, other movie fans, horror movie fans, people that you know that are in the LGBTQ community, transgender, non-binary, Kevin Bacon fans, Anna Chlumsky fans. Anybody you can think of that might enjoy this movie review, share this video with them, help boost me up in the YouTube algorithm so I can eventually get monetized, make some money on this endeavor. Thank you once again to all of you who tuned in and joined me here today. It means more to me than you guys will ever know, and I will see you guys next time.